So here is a question from the Mathematics Extension 1, 2019, and it's question 13b. It says, in the expansion 5x plus 2 all to the power of 20, the coefficients of x to the power of r and x to the power of r plus 1 are equal. What is the value of r? Here's how I started to do this. I said the general term with r as the incrementing variable would be 20, choose r, times 5x to the power of 20 minus r, times 2 to the power of r. And the general term for r plus 1 would be 20, choose brackets there, choose r plus 1, 5x to the power of 20 minus r plus 1, you've got to put the brackets there, times 2 to the power of r plus 1. Now, you can go and evaluate that and get a solution, but what's curious about it is that the answer that's been supplied in the Smarter Maths PDF that I have a subscription to at my school actually doesn't do it that way at all. What they do is they say the rth term is going to be 20, choose r, and they, for some reason, put the 2 first. So they say 2 to the power of 20 minus r, and then they say 5x all to the power of r. That's going to give you a 20 choose r into 2 to the power of 20 minus r times 5 to the power of r, of course, times x to the power of r. And they're bringing everything out from x to the power of r. They're bringing all the coefficients out the front. They're going to load it that way because in the end, we're just going to compare the coefficients, right? And the r plus 1th term, right, it's going to be 20 choose r plus 1, 2 to the power of 20 minus, we're not subtracting r now, we're subtracting r plus 1, so that whole r plus 1 expression has to go into brackets. And it's 5x all to the power of r plus 1. So that'll be 20 choose r plus 1, and you can write it with brackets or as a choose sign. So it's going to be 20 minus 1 is going to be 19. So it's 2 to the power of 19 minus r. It's 5 to the power of r plus 1. It's going to be x to the power of r plus 1. Because we know that those coefficients are equal, we can just equate them. So we have the first expression is going to be 20 factorial over r factorial and then 20 minus r factorial. It's going to be 2 to the power of 20 minus r times 5 to the power of r is going to equal 20 factorial over r plus 1 factorial over 20 minus r plus 1 factorial times 2 to the power of 19 minus r times 5 to the power of r plus 1. If you're not clear what I did there, here's the first coefficient, right? That's this one here. And here is the second coefficient, right? And I've expanded that all there, okay? So 20 choose r plus 1 is going to be, oh, I've missed a factorial sign. It's going to be, that's 20 factorial over r plus 1 factorial over 20 minus, whoops, should be a bracket there, minus r plus 1, all factorial should be another bracket. So this is where we need to be very careful. All right, you can see that your 20 factorial is a factor on both sides. So we can divide both sides of the equation by 20 factorial. What else is going on? Okay, you've got 2 to the power of 20 minus r on the left-hand side, and you've got 2 to the power of 19 minus r on the right-hand side. You can divide both sides by 2 to the power of 19 minus r, and that will just give you 2 on this side here. That all goes away. By the same token, you've got 5 to the power of r on the left-hand side, and you've got 5 to the power of r plus 1 on the right-hand side. So that term goes out, and you're just left with 5 to the power of 1 on the right-hand side. Now, I'm going to do another step in here because in the solution, they just cut to the chase and do this all. They cancel out their factorials in one step, and it's kind of lovely, but it's a lot, okay? So let's just do one more step. So on the top here, I've now got 2 on the left-hand side. I've got r factorial, and I've got 20 minus r factorial, okay? On the right-hand side, I've got 5 on the top. I've got r plus 1 factorial, and this is going to be 20 minus 1 is 19 minus r factorial. Now, we can definitely do some cancellations in our factorials now. Let's consider the r and the r plus 1, right? So there's 2 here. Well, r factorial is here, right? And I'm going to do r plus 1 brackets r factorial. This expression here, there's the r factorial, and there's r plus 1 factorial, right? So I'm equating them. I'm not equating them, I'm expressing them. You can see I'm going to cancel some things out, right? I'm going to change colors here. I'm now going to do the 20 minus r factorial, okay? 20 minus r factorial is going to be 1 more than 19 minus r factorial, if you follow me. So that's going to be 20 minus r, and then it's going to be 19 minus r factorial. And on the right-hand side, you've got 19 minus r factorial. And then you've got your 2 on the top there, and then your 5 on the top there, okay? Strange way to write that, but I just wanted to get you to see what is going to be common here, okay? So you can start to see, you can factorize some things out. So the 19 minus r factorial is common to both sides, so you can divide by that. Actually, what you can do is multiply by it, but whatever. And the r factorial is also common, okay? So now you have 2 over 20 minus r equals 5 over r plus 1. Now that's very clever. All right, now if you cross multiply, you have 2r plus 2 equals 100 minus 5r. You add 5r to both sides, you get 7r. Subtract 2 is 98, divide by 7, get r equals 14. Okay, there you go.